What's up, you guys? Marty Schwartz here from GuitarJams.com, teaching a tune by one of my favorite bands. I hope you enjoy it. There's been a lot of requests for this, and it was one of those requests that slipped through the cracks. So I'm going to break it all down, show you that fancy stuff, but also show you kind of the easy part of it as well. It's in open E tuning. So that's the one thing that you're going to have to get your guitar into, this open E tuning, which is probably the most popular tuning for slide guitar. So that's the one thing. But other than that, we're going to get right into it and zoom right in. I'm always leaving links, for my website, GuitarJams.com. But I also want to leave my links for my Facebook and my Twitter right down there, because that's usually the best way that I keep in touch with people out in the social media world there. So I've got links for all that stuff right down there, and I really appreciate the support and all that. I really do. Okay, let's zoom in and learn this one. Here we go. All right, so like I said in that intro, we got to get our guitar into open E tuning. So that means when you strum it open with no fretting, you get an open E major chord. So to do that, it's E, B, E, G sharp, B's the same, E's the same. So E, B, E, G sharp, B, E, and you get this chord. Now the basic structure, even if you were a beginner and you got into this tuning, you could actually sing and play this song without any of the fancy stuff, and it's pretty easy. I am going to teach you the fancy stuff, but let me show you the structure real quick, because the scale and everything changes because of the tuning. So we've got this open E, and we get two down strums. Now, mind you, we want to strum down here, but I'm doing it up here so you see both at the same time. And that's going to be, the basis of the song. So down, down, up, down, up, down, up. Again, down, down, up, down, up, down, up. But then now we have to add middle finger on the second fret of the A string, index finger on the first fret of the G string at the same time. You can feel the rhythm. And then the only other change is a B major chord to an A major chord, but to kind of pull it off and give it a nice pretty sound, we're going to do this. I think the easiest way is to do this, where your index finger goes to the 7th fret of the E, and then the A string's just kind of getting muted by my index finger. Middle finger, you could do all of them like this, but I just think for ease, we're going to go index, middle, ring, all on the 7th fret. So the E string, that what we normally call the D string and normally call the G string there. But then we let the B and high E ring out. So then we've got that, which is... And then just down a whole step. So we're playing where the B and the high E are ringing out open on both those chords. And then the bridge section is just the A to open E. So it's like... That's the easy version, the structure and all that. But now we're going to get to the fancy stuff, and I'm going to break it all down for you. So here we go. All right, we're still in that open tuning, open E tuning, and remember, we're going to be picking down here, but I'm just going to show you these things up here. So it looks like this. That's the first little move there. So here's how it goes. We're going to hammer from the 4th to the 5th on the B string, then followed by the open high E. So we hit that high E, then that 4th fret on the B string, we're going to slide down to the 2nd. Then we're going to pluck that open B string. Check it out. And it's not. So it holds on that a little bit longer. So once you hit that open B, we got to get that open high E in there again. Like that, real slow. So the next move is hammering on to the 1st fret of this G string right here, and then the B and high E like this. And then 2 times back on that where that was hammered on. That 2nd pick, you're going to pull that off. And then this open D string, which has been tuned up to an E note. Here it is all together. And it's going to do that twice. 4. Followed by So we had this move that I showed you already, and then we're going to do these harmonics, which if you just take your finger, I'm using my middle finger, and I got the 12th fret right here. We want to do it right above the metal fret where we're just lightly, I'm not pressing down, I'm just lightly touching the top there. And it would like that. And then we're going to do the same thing. 7th fret right above, right over that metal fret. Like that. So we've got 3, 4. Now the new move. Okay, so that next move, we're sliding from the 2nd fret to the 4th fret on that D string, which has been tuned up. 1 pick slide. Then that open G string. So they're actually the same note. Now we're going to pull off. This is kind of a Zeppelin-y kind of thing. We're pulling off that 3rd fret on the G, then playing the open D. Then the 5th fret on that G, pulled off, back to the open D, which is tuned up to E. I'm just going to call it the D string though. Then the third again. So it's after that open D, we hit the open G, then second fret on the D, then open. See that? And on the open G, the open B is in there with it. You could strum the whole guitar. Just remember that open strum is the one chord. That's that last one that's real pretty. It's actually just going down the E major scale, that do re mi scale that rock guitar players avoid. But we're going to go like this. Everything pedals back to this high E. And the scale itself is going to go down from the 5th on the B. See, it keeps going back to the high E. High E, 5th on the B, which is the same note, high E again. Then a half step down, followed by the high E. So that's the 4th fret, then the 2nd fret. Then the open B to the open E. So, oops, sorry. Now, if you're not alternating your picking yet, this would be a good exercise, a good little exercise to practice your alternate picking is to just work on that little part right there. Now, when you're playing this to full speed, it's almost impossible to do all down strums. It's going to be very difficult, and you want to be able to alternate pick anyway. So we're pulling off the 1st fret of the G, then to the 2nd fret of that D, open G, open D. Then that B string. And after you hit that B, it's right into the jung, jung, jing, gung, ying, gung. So I'm picking down on that open B, up strum. Okay, so everything from the top now. just goes from there. So I hope that helps. Since we're here and the tape is rolling, or the digital video is rolling, I'll just play that intro one more time really slow. All right, that was the lesson. I hope you got something from it. Remember, I got all those links for Facebook, Twitter, my website, all down there. I really appreciate the support, you guys checking that stuff out. Thanks again, and we'll see you in another video lesson real soon. Take care.